Hey, how's it going? In this video, we're going to have a little chat about what happens when you cut sugar for or initially 2 or 3 weeks. Here's what you can expect, and I guess what happened to me. I went through this journey a few years ago, and it changed my life. So the first thing that happened was I dropped a whole bunch of weight. So in the first 3 or 4 weeks, I probably lost 5 kilos, so 10, 12 pounds. Now I know a lot of that would have been excess fluid. So when you're eating a lot of sugar, then you tend to store um, a lot of fluid along with obviously the fat. So what happens is that fluid gets removed pretty much straight away, and then you start chewing through your fat reserves. So it's yeah, it can be quite dramatic, and as simple as just ditching the sugar. So I found quite a dramatic reduction in my beer belly or belly fat. It again, it would have been a lot of moisture, but also it starts to sort of chew away. That's the kind of easiest fat to reduce, is the stuff that's accumulated around your liver and around your midriff. So there was quite a pronounced reduction in my midriff, which was obviously welcome, and that's what a lot of people report, as a side effect of ditching sugar. So, and again, I guess it's related to that fluid reduction, but I did also get a lot thinner in the face quite quickly, and again, it's the wife wasn't complaining, and it's again something that a lot of people report is once you start reducing that fluid and start chiseling away at the fat reserves, that's kind of what you can expect. Okay, another big advantage for me was the stabilization of my blood sugar. So I had pretty horrific glucose levels in my blood, which was undiagnosed for absolutely years. I went for a job interview, and having run my business or my own businesses for 20 or 30 years, I'd never been for a job interview, and they got me to do a medical, and they found out that I had off the charts blood sugar readings and off the charts blood pressure. And what I found was, once I started eliminating sugar from my diet, and my body started burning fat instead of sugar, then my blood pressure came right down, which was again another welcome side effect. Okay, and as that blood glucose stabilized, I found that I had much better energy levels during the day. So there was no sort of mid-morning cravings, or after a big lunch, finding that I was hungry mid-afternoon. All of that disappeared. So getting energy stores from fat and protein as opposed to sugar and carbs, I found that just my energy levels stabilized, which again was an absolute bonus. Okay, and also getting shot of the sugar, it's the cravings disappeared. So what you find, and you probably already realize this, but once you have sugary food, so breakfast cereal or whatever, it's only a matter of an hour, maybe 2, and you're craving more of the same. So it's really a sugar rush roller coaster. Your body's looking for that quick fix. Get some sugar into you, so your body can get energy, and it doesn't have to bother looking to burn fat stores. And an absolute roller coaster is all I can describe it. So by switching to meat and protein, I might need to get out of this rain. I found that just that roller coaster disappeared. It was very much a better state of affairs to have a stable, solid energy levels all day. Okay, I touched on it a little bit earlier. My blood pressure stabilized, which was a massive massive bonus. Another thing I noticed was, I very much suffered with, stiff joints, and uh, they reckon that's down to the inflammation. So a lot of seed oils, some of the contaminants in the carb laden food, so the sort of grains and so like wheat and things like that just naturally carries toxins that are inflammatory, and sugar itself is inflammatory. So at a cell level, you'll find that by eating lots of seed oils and wheat and sort of pasta and bread and that sort of thing, there's inflammation that's not immediately apparent, but when you get off it, you really do find, or I did, it certainly found that my joints were moving a lot better. I wasn't getting sort of shoulder stiffness that I suffered with a fair bit, and I put that down to just eliminating those kind of inflammatory foods. So yeah, if you're struggling to move, especially if you're my age, I'm turning 60 today as it happens, a lot of people will suffer with movement problems. So you find that by just a simple diet adjustment, you can address and sometimes reverse that that scenario. Okay, another probably unsavory topic, but gas. Like most people, when you're eating a lot of bread and pasta and beer and that sort of thing, most likely you're going to suffer with gas. So little unsavory, but in all honesty, just goes away. Like, I just stop farting, for want of a better word. It's just really bizarre. I just thought that was a natural part of the everyday life. And once I stopped the sugar, stopped the carbs, ditched bread, pasta, rice, just stopped farting. Like, what can I say? Okay, a lot of people experience a similar thing. I see a lot of chat in the carnivore groups about that. And quite a few people that suffered badly with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. They also report that it just clears up straight away. So, and I think that's more to do with the maybe some sort of intolerance with the grains. It's just what is what it is. Okay, another thing isn't it beautiful here? Another thing I found was my mental clarity improved. And again, this isn't unique to me. A lot of people report the same thing. Just found it a lot easier to focus. Very clear thinking. There's a thing that people refer to as brain fog. So it's you just really a bit fuzzy headed, and you can put that down to a big night out the day before, but it was just constant. And I found that once I after maybe, I don't know, 3 weeks or a month, I found that the my mental clarity just came completely back into focus, and I got a lot more done and achieved a lot more. And just through stupid diet adjustments. I mean, it's just, I don't know how many years I wasted being pretty much ineffective, and just dumping sugar made a big change. So a lot of people think you need sugar for energy. Not true. Once you start getting your energy from fats, so from protein, from red meat, a lot of people will talk your hind legs off about ketones and the keto diet and ketosis. So what happens is that once you don't have that available easy sugar in your blood, due to the the cakes and the pasta and the bread and so forth, you will start to burn ketones. So your body produces ketones for energy instead of the free roaming sugar, and to get that, it starts chewing away at your fat resources. So So, you know, it'll start around your midriff, around your belly, around your liver, all that sort of visceral fat that's built up over years and years starts to go. And then, you know, as you progress, you know, it will start to sort of pull it out your face and other extremities. And yeah, you'll just start to slim down, which is kind of the point. A lot of people go on kind of a low carb, no sugar diet, but there are, you know, so many other benefits. So have you tried it? Are you thinking about trying it? What I would say, you know, even if you're getting on, if you're sort of over 50, over 60, over 70, and it's been a lifelong problem, just try it 2 or 3 weeks. Just eliminate your sugar, you know, so all the sugary treats, all your cookies and biscuits and cakes and, you know, sugar in your tea or whatever, however you're getting it, just try and, you know, eliminate it for, you know, start with 2 or 3 weeks. You know, I'm 100% confident that once you give it a go and you feel the benefits, you won't look back. You know, I look at low carb as a lifestyle, I guess. And when I say low carb, you know, carbohydrates, so your grains and breads and pastas and rice and that sort of thing, while they don't appear to be, you know, sugary and sweet, the starch is basically just a form of sugar. So once you ingest a, you know, few slices of bread or a bowl of rice, that's just immediately turned into sugar in your bloodstream. And then, you know, all the cheats your body needs to burn sugar instead of fat kick in. And, you know, that's what catches most people out. They think, oh, you know, I'm not eating biscuits, I'm not eating cakes, so I must be, you know, have a fairly low sugar diet. Whereas in reality, the, you know, they're getting plenty of sugar. It's just in a different form. So that's something to definitely be aware of. So if you ever tried it once and failed, give it another shot. Definitely, if you've stalled, like everybody stalls, everybody has plateaus, don't worry about it, just get on, you know, get back on the horse and give it another shot, because it's entirely worth it. You know, it's literally life-saving. I had absolutely off-the-scale blood pressure, off-the-scale blood sugar levels, and you know, I was due for an early grave. If it wasn't for having to get that medical to, you know, get this this contract, you know, I would never have known. I'd have probably just keeled over one day. So, so anyway, I've been Alan. You can find me at carbsurvivor.com. Obviously, I'd love it if you like this video. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. You know, if you want to hear more about kind of how I did things, how I eat now, what my favorite cheat recipes are. Everybody loves French fries and pizza and ice cream. So the good news is you don't have to miss out. So on my channel, there's a recipe playlist. On there, I'm putting in all of the, you know, all of the cheaty recipes that I use. So, you know, so I'm not missing out, but they are all, you know, low sugar, low carb options that really just stop you, you know, losing the will to live. You know, there's plenty of great food that are also great sort of low carb options. So who doesn't like a, you know, nice big ribeye with steak and a few, you know, keto fries on the side? Really nothing better. I think that's my birthday dinner tonight, so I think that's what I'll be aiming for. You know, because you know, life's for living, and I think you'll live a whole lot longer if you, like me, you know, piss off the sugar and just get onto some decent, healthy, unprocessed food. You know, it makes sense. And you know, I wish you luck on your journey. I've been Alan. You can find me at carbsurvivor.com. Did I already say that? Probably. And yeah, please do subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.